Can you hear the audio? I've got a brand new setup tonight and I'm trying to get it all together. And I think I have the audio input. I have the audio capture enabled. I guess we are not getting audio then. Okay, great. Let me turn it up. What about now? Can we hear it now? I'm trying to configure everything. That's why I tried to get here a little bit early. Trying to configure everything. That's what. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I got a capture card now. Got a capture card and a PC, but everything is a mess because, I was just setting everything up without doing signal flow and tying off my cables. And I actually really like to have all my cables tied off. It is a disaster in here, but I will fix that up this weekend. But I'm excited to have the capture card. I'm excited to be streaming through the PC and letting the Xbox do its thing. But my TV is at an awkward angle and I have a real microphone in front of me this time. And I have a real mute button and everything. I'm a real person. I can actually watch on this tiny screen. I wish I could figure out how to make that bigger. So how are you today? It says YouTube not responding. Yeah, it is. YouTube is giving me an error message saying that there will not be smooth streaming. So I hope that is not the case. I will also have to play around with like the brightness and all that stuff. Okay, yeah. Actually, I wonder if I could somehow make it stronger. Hold on. It says OBS Studio disconnecting, reconnecting. Oh no, we may have some technical difficulties, that's for sure. I'm not getting a strong enough signal from my router. I wonder if I actually set up a hotspot on my phone, if that would be somehow better. There will be some trial and error with the new setup, that's for sure. Let's see. See if I can do this. Let me see if I can connect the computer to my phone. It's not showing up. Okay, let's see how this is. My router, for some reason, is giving a weak signal to my PC. And I could run a Ethernet cable all the way down the hallway if I had time to do that. So instead, I set up the hotspot on my phone, and I'm not sure if that will be any better. But it's worth a shot. Awesome, though. Yeah, this is my first day with the capture card, so there's undoubtedly going to be some growing pains. We're just going to have to work it out. In the long run, this will be a lot better. But I have to work it out. And yes, I'm bouncing a signal, but there must be some interference somewhere between the router in the bedroom and to the PC. So I'll get that all worked out over the weekend. Yeah, you're right. But I do think that this will be better. We will do better work ultimately. But I've got a huge jumbled mess of laptops and PC and consoles and monitors pointed in the wrong direction. But it'll be worth it though. I can already tell it'll be a lot easier with recording from the capture card. For instance, you can record at higher resolutions. You can take clips at higher resolutions. So this will be vastly superior. Yeah, networking, it's fun. I actually did yeah, higher res video. I'm excited about that. I actually did tech support when I was younger in the 90s, before time existed, the 90s, and I got to put dog meat somewhere. He's going to bounce around everywhere. Yeah, I did internet dial-up networking tech support in the 90s. Um, is the volume okay with my voice? Are we doing okay with that? I've got an actual microphone now. I want to tell dog meat to come here. Come here. Stay. There. Are we getting any more buffering? Is it running a little more smoothly? Any feedback I should be aware of? Can't hear the game. I can fix that. Let's see here. I have actual controls now. It's like so much better. Okay. Do we have game volume now? It does seem low, doesn't it? And the okay, voice is fine, good. We can keep playing with the game volume until I get everything right. I have more control here with the Xbox audio capture. Okay. So I have the audio capture up. And on the game now and on OBS. I only hear it very, very little as well. No game ambient music. Yeah, I have the music turned down in case I run by any radios because I got hit for copyright on one of these. So I don't want any. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have game volume and we have audio. I think we're cooking now. Let me know if anything, any feedback you can give me is helpful. So I've got the actual stream here on a laptop. I've got OBS open. I've got my actual Xbox open. So we'll see how it goes. That's all we can do. It is cool having the whole setup on the PC monitor and then having the game on a separate screen instead of using the laptop. So I have the OBS interface with the different inputs in front of me, and then you can actually open the YouTube chat in OBS as well. So pretty great setup. I just have to work with it for a while. Yeah, maybe little delays are inevitable, but as long as my signal coming from my phone is strong, I should be okay. As long as I'm on the Wi-Fi, if I share mobile data, I would run out in a hurry. Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, but I can tell absolutely that this is going to be a superior setup. It's going to be a lot better. So did everybody get back to work or get back to like real life? I'm gonna take these. Oops. Damn. I hope so, Lancer. I did some magazine duping. What is real life? Fair point. Very fair point indeed. Hey, Sam, what's up? Okay, looks like I have a decent signal. I do have to change my setup so that it is a little bit easier for me to look around. Because my Xbox monitor is all the way over here. And the computer is all the way over here. Trying to find a good... Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I did some magazine duping. Yeah, nothing new. That's not a bad thing, though. The older I get, the less I like surprises. When I was younger, I was all about the excitement. I lived in Orlando. I was in a band. I loved the sports and the bars and the concerts, and I played in bands. I played my own concerts. I loved all of that. And the older I get, the more I just want to be a hermit. And I guess stream Fallout, because this to me is how I like to have fun now. Lindsay and I live real far out from civilization. I want to actually... I do want to have this. I feel like it belongs in here. But I want to jazz it up a little bit. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. I'm 52 years old. I have lived over a half a century on planet Earth. And I am happy to just be here. There are a lot of reasons why that may have not been the case for various reasons. Yeah, that makes sense, Awesome. I really do think that makes sense. But let's jazz this thing up. How can we do that? But yeah, these, like, my 50s so far, best years of my life, hands down. And when I think back to my parents when they were in their early 50s, I remember pretty much the same thing. They were pretty happy when they got to that point. So I'm at that point and I like it. I like it just fine. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, I am. I'm having a great time of it. Lindsay's got a couple kids. Well, they're not really kids. They're like 20, 25 and 26. And I'm always telling them, don't worry about it. Like your 20s are it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. The 20s, my 20s, I could sum it up from Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I wonder if the settlers will use this if I make it funky. $65? All right. Sam, you're older than Lancer? Is that what you said, or older than me? '30s were pretty good. Better than my 20s. But also a time for, well, I did a little bit too much partying, let's just say that. It took a toll. Older than me? Yeah, that's cool. I know there's a bunch of us out there in Fallout land. It seems like it seems like it's actually more rare for someone to be young, to be doing the settlement building. A lot of us are in our 40s, 50s, 60s, even older. I just can't get that picture right at all. Hey Keith, how you doing? Welcome to 2026 yourself. We're all just talking about how old we are and how awesome's the baby in the chat. He's only in his 30s. He's just getting started. He got so much farther to go. But if you've made your 30s good, then you're doing it right. Mine were a mixed bag. I had a lot of fun, but you know. Let's see if we can put this somewhere interesting. You know, we can put a light in that. That's what I want to do. Oh yeah, 1965, so you're 8 years older than me. I was born in 1973. Richard Nixon was still president. We were still in Vietnam. Lots of fun stuff. All right, let me see. I want to put a light in this slot machine. Yeah, awesome. I didn't finish my bachelor till, let's see, 2002. I was 29. And then I went straight into grad school. Stayed at UCF for that. You know what? Yeah, I definitely want to try to put a light in this. And then later on, I went back to school in my 2009. So my late 30s at LSU. So lots of starts and stops for me, for sure. No, I forgot that I did all this. Now I need some place where I can put a cycling light and then grab it. I'm starting to box myself into a corner with some of this building. Can't do all the things that I want. So let's see if we can I wonder... I couldn't be that lucky. I thought I brought some power armor down here. Oh, sorry, Lancer. I can say that I have had that happen to me, and I wouldn't wish it on an enemy, let alone a friend. I know what I'll do. I'll wire one of these. Yeah, both of my first... yeah, both of my marriages, okay, I've been married 3 times. And the first 2, that happened to me. So I was kind of gun-shy on the whole marriage thing. But this 3rd one has been absolutely perfect. So that's good. All right. What color do we want the slot machine light? Let's do... Well, I have purple down there. Let's do yellow. Now I need the tool. I don't want to take that. It group selected the entire vault. That hadn't happened before. That was weird. I didn't even know you could do that. Hey, dwarf, what's up? Okay. Now I brought both of my shillers down here. Alright, that looks pretty good. Although I also didn't give that any power. The downside, I guess, to having an open mic here is that you will hear barking dogs and meowing cats from time to time. I can't wait to get out here. There's a lot of cool stuff to build off of. Colorful creature commentary. Yeah. They're all asleep right now. I don't see any of them anywhere. The dog is old she's old, so sometimes she will have to go out real quick and I will have to open the door for her. All right. Yeah, in some of my settlement tour videos, you can hear them. I don't know where I want this. By the bathroom. It kind of covers up that interesting texture, though. Oh. Hmm. I would almost put it here, but no, I don't like it there. No, it's got to go down here because this is supposed to be like shady. I actually don't even care if it's crooked. So let's just put it there. No, it won't let you sink anything into the vault floors. That was like a day one thing we had to overcome. Will not let you at all. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Awesome. Somebody just was careless with it. I'll put some stuff in here too in the Edatronic. All right, this place is pretty good, and I'm happy that the settler uses the store, and we got all this set up pretty well. We saved the original stuff. It's pretty good down here. I like it. And our kiosk, we got our kiosk. Oh, no problem, Dwarf. Yeah, we had to fuss around with that on day one. First thing we realized, there's going to be no sinking stuff into these floors. All right, so let's see if we need anything in these other areas. I think this is pretty good. I think we're set up pretty well in here. Oh, I was gonna put this somewhere. Maybe here. Yeah. Let's do that. But then they might be crowding that. I don't know now. I was thinking about putting this here, but then I think the settlers will crowd the order window there. It could get a little bit. Yeah, Lancer, it was catching on the door, but I just didn't feel like doing it over. So, I don't know about this now. I could put it here and jazz it up a little bit, but I do think that I'll create way too much traffic there. So we may have to forego the soda fountain. Wonder if we could merge it into there. I don't know if they sit on the toilet bench. I only have a couple settlers out, so I haven't noticed. I wonder if... That's a thought. This thing could be turned into something cool. The drink mixer. Oh, yeah. I could have just closed the door, right? Oh, well. I gotta fiddle with my mic. Yeah, I don't know if they do that. I think I'm just going to get rid of the soda fountain. I think that we have enough in there. Okay. What about security area? We have just a little office area up there. And we have the admin. And I think this area is also good. We do have this lobby area out here. Let's start to move back because we're filling up that space. Gotta leave all that. We're retreating back farther and farther. So we have the residential area. That we were working on in here. And I was adding some like entertainment. We had residential sleeping areas. We worked on all that. So what I really want to do is figure out how to suspend this better, because it's just floating, which is pretty dumb. I wonder if I could get some conduits all the way up there without crashing the game. When I try to put anything all the way up on that ceiling, let's just try it out, see what it looks like. Sometimes these connectors look really good as Hey, awesome, that's a great point. I can take some chances. Because the ghost glitching is a way that I like to crash my games when I'm playing by myself. Ghost wire glitching. If you do it too far. Actually, I kind of like that. That looks pretty good, actually. Let's do a couple more. Ghost wire. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice. And totally worth it. Is awesome. It took me a minute. That's for sure. All right. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. Okay, now, so what looks like a face? that wall right there? I see the eyes and the nose and the mouth, yeah. You mean this room here? Yeah, it's alive. Johnny Five is alive. Okay, we got some cool stuff here. We do need to do something with this lobby. It's a little naked there. Yeah, it does. It's an evil mastermind. Let's take these out here and save them. That's my thumbnail. Nailed it. There's some cool stuff in here. All these boxes and stuff. I definitely want to turn this into a more active office atmosphere. Alright, now we probably need some light out here. Maybe some benches. Definitely need some places for people to sit and yeah, filling one of those with pens and pencils would be cool. We will definitely save one for that. We got... maybe get a little bit of... Actually, I like it when Tango puts that in there, so let's do that. Alright, now we need a little bit more light in here. It's very dark, so let's think about that. wonder if this would... That has to be glitched. Yeah, oh well. But not there. Hey Tango, what's up? We were just talking about this thing right here with the candle and ashtray combo. All right, so maybe we can... I will have to fix that wall anyway. It's a little too high. And when I open this, it's gonna clip. I just didn't think about it. So I have to lower it. We'll do that another time. I do want to get some turrets out here. Oh, well, I got it from you, Tango, so... Who did you get it from so I can refer to the correct person? Oh yeah, Happy New Year, Tango. All right. Let's... run some wires somewhere. I think... think about how I want this. Alright. Now we got a little more light here. Let's get a lighted sign right there. Oh well, we don't care. Let's see here. Since a wire glitch that I can't move it. That's alright. It'd be cool to turn this into something small. Vanilla flying cars. Get some more light. A little bit better. Yeah, much better. I was thinking about turning this into something, like maybe even a store. Might be cool. I don't think I've heard of that one. I don't think I've heard of that exploit. Yeah, I think so too, Dwarf. Let's do it. I do want to get some like hidden turrets. So let's see, we have a general store, restaurant. Maybe they can gear up everybody, or maybe people will check in, maybe. No, we have the chems downstairs. Weapons, armor. I mean, we can duplicate some of this, but hey, Snickers, what's up? Weapons, get geared up. So I feel like that's not enough. What kinds of stuff? I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. I could get another settler up there, but... Alright, we could make this into a clothing booth or something. Gear up before you go down into the caves. Maybe some warm clothing. Some tools. Of course, we need to jazz this up a little bit. Oh, so far so good. We're on it right now. The new setup. Yeah, I got OBS, and we've got capture card, a dedicated mic. Got the Xbox just running by itself. The only thing is my router is giving a weak signal, so I actually have my hotspot on my phone. Hey Barb, what's up? Okay, we have our tools here. Okay, so before I start this, I'm going to take a quick 30-second break. I will be right back. Hang in there. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, every time I'm live, you're working. Are you going to sell some comics? Tomorrow, we'll probably finish up the Starlight build. Well, just that one building. We'll be back in Starlight eventually. And then we'll be heading to Jamaica Plain to do a build there. And then we will, looks like Murkwater won the poll, so we'll be going to Murkwater after that. I really want to do Red Rocket eventually though, so maybe I'll save that for the next Friday, Sunday one after we do the vault for a while. Red Rocket at Nuka World, I mean. Nuka World Red Rocket. And, because that's a huge build and it'll be like Vault 88. It'll take some time. So that might be the next one. That would make a lot of sense, actually. But in the next poll, I want to put a lot of weird stuff like... Keith, I don't mind if you post the link. It's fine with me. Awesome. I run my polls on my community feed. Did that work? I tried to make Tango a moderator. I don't see the blue though, so I don't know if it worked. That way, if someone comes in posting links that we don't want to post links, and I'm not paying attention, then somebody can stop that. But Keith, by all means, you can share your link. I don't mind. Any of the friends group, you know, people that are hanging out here all the time, you guys can post stuff. If you've got builds up, you want to, you know, post a link to your newest build, that's cool. Absolutely fine. Yeah, Noodle's a mod, and Noodle and Easier mods, and it was just kind of like fooling around one night with the function because I wasn't sure what it even if it was necessary, and so I made Easy a mod as a joke, and he was like, "No!" So then I made Noodle a mod because he maybe felt a little uncomfortable with that. I don't know. Um, and she's not here, so I need another one. So Tango's the man. Tango's everywhere. So seems like a great choice to me, but since I'm doing this regularly, I ought to have a couple people to keep an eye out. You know, inevitably we're gonna get some people show up and we'll raise a quizzical eyebrow at them. But like, if it's friends, you know, and you know, we've been talking for a while, by all means, please post what you like. I thought for sure that this moved on a rug. Am I crazy? Huh. It has to be the wooden one, doesn't it? Yeah, Keith, you're right. It is polite, but, you know, you're definitely welcome. Oh, awesome. I was going to put, like Boston Airport, Mechanist Lair, like some dumb crap. Oh, hey, Tango, good. I'm glad you got some sleep. It seemed like you weren't sleeping too often. Yeah, the wooden stores will glitch a little better. We may have to move to that because I want to create a set piece here. And make some like custom shells. But if it's not going to do it, then I don't care. I want something better. Maybe this. Is this flat enough? Because I kind of like it. Let's see what happens. I've never used this as my... And then we'll do the rug on the rug. The rug on the rug. Which is a wonderful trick. Okay. I just got my tools everywhere. Of course we could just use the ashtray. Tango, I thought you had an accomplice. Not anymore? All right. All right, I want to make something. First of all, let's test the size of this thing. So, looks like it's a lot of room. So what I want to do, I want to try, okay, it's not gonna. Alright, that's not gonna work. That is unsquishy. Unsquishy. All right. Well, that's fair. The uploading takes longer than 5 minutes. I will be fair. Not a lot more, but you know, it does to get it the way that I want it. This is not very cooperative. All right, we can get that off the edge there. Okay, that's what I want. That's what I want. We'll do that. And I want to build like custom shelves out of signs. We can use a chain of rugs, but I'm gonna do the rug on the rug trick. Okay, so yeah, I've used chains of rugs lots of times. Sometimes you just gotta. Alright, so I know the one I want. Nuka World. Maybe this. I wonder if I can just do it here. Oh, I see. We're about 5 to 10 seconds off, probably. Okay. This could be interesting. What am I doing? I don't know. I have no idea. I wanted to make it a little bit deeper. So 2 of these deep. All right. Let's experiment. All right, let's see. Oh gosh, I cannot see. I know what I'll do. Okay. Let's bring this bad boy out here. Just for now. That's funny. All right. I want some deeper shelves. That's what I'm going for here. Deeper shelves. All right. This is kind of what I was hoping would happen. Interesting save. I was working at Kingsport today, which is an off-grid build. I'm doing some fun things there. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Ghostly statue jump scare? I don't know if I have. Though I forget because I've been playing this game since day one release, so I probably forgot half the things that I have done across multiple playthroughs. All right, so we're gonna put gear on this. It's gonna be, all right, let's see if we can shore up the edges. Gosh, it's cold up here in Maine. Wish I had console commands so I could rotate some of these signs. On Starlight last night, that happened to me. I guess the raiders were attacking, and I just kept on going. Let's see. All right. I wonder if I have those even. So I just kind of want something like this. Like that. Yeah. But I had a group selected anyway. I might have to move that shelf up separately. Yeah, I still have the occasional jump scare in this game too. Yeah, this will still work out pretty well, I think. Let's save it. What is that back there? Cool. Look at that. It's just like a piece of a box. Of course, these are the things I find to be interesting since Fallout is life. Look! It's a piece of a box. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and place this. Let's do it. kind of scared. Scared's not the right word, but I do want it to be far enough out as to where the settler can get back there. So let's see. Oh, I was gonna dress the front of the store. Oh well, I like it anyway. All right. So what should we name the clothing store? And we need a something else here on the other end. What can we do? Threads. 88 threads. We need to name the kiosk too. I got this name from Easy, so let's see what y'all can come up with for the kiosk and the clothing store. Vault Vestments. Threads. Vaultiers. How is Threads relevant to the vault? I like how the lights back here backlight the store. That placement was fortuitous. Only to priest, yeah. Well, alright, well, I'm keeping this. Alright, feel like, oh, there's a bench right there. Oh, that's just looks cool with the ladder. Let's get some cycling light. Some, yeah, let's do some light boxes. Yeah, first let's do that. Okay, cool. Hey Duchess, what's up? We were just trying to name our clothing store and kiosk. Oh. Looks like I had some connectivity issue there. Looks like we're back. Yeah. No, it gave me some weird connection thing. But the cool thing is that, okay, when I'm on the Xbox and I get a connection issue or a slow internet issue, we're booted. It's done, right? We're done. But with OBS here, we got disconnected here and it reconnected and we didn't lose the stream, which is wonderful. I think this needs to be a security corridor. Well, I'll let the chat try to come up with a name, and then if there's any sort of consensus or y'all like something more than the others, I'll run with it for the kiosk and the clothing store. We can let that stew for a bit and come back to it. Okay, so we still have this area. We have, okay, we did these. Already. I want to make this sort of vending area. We definitely need some railings here. Barstows, yeah, after the overseer. She's still alive in this playthrough. All right, let's make a fence out of some stuffs. Yeah, let's go visit the overseer. There she is. And we'll do something with this area, although I'm not deleting any of this, but we can add some stuff. I don't know. But I like it pretty much the way that it is. Yeah, she's alive. She's like, maybe not the best person, but also not the worst. Gotta get my mic set up. Yeah, Vault 88 can be a bit glitchy, that's for sure. I'm looking for something a little bit different. Although I shouldn't agonize over every single piece, but... maybe that. Huh. I can't remember which one I looked at earlier and said, maybe that, and then I forgot what it was. Let's try this. $100? That's not even long enough for me to do a settlement. That's cool, I like that. Can actually even... add another little extension here. Haha, yeah, dwarf, I know what you mean. Bigger settlements, they'd easily take me 100 hours, but 5,000 hours, Lancer, wow. I don't know my total because my first playthrough is gone. And on my first playthrough, I had multiple side shoots, like I did raider settlements and all that kind of stuff. But this playthrough here is like 57 days, I think, is what it said. That's probably about half of it. Keith, I think those are from Neon Flats. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% though. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know that. Oh, what was I gonna say? I started out watching Schooled Zone and then learned a lot of basic stuff. And then I watched, let's put another neon on that before I take it up there. And then I watched Shazo. I actually saw his first post, and I've been watching him ever since. I've seen them all. And so then I started watching Fallout Myth. I started doing some of his builds, and I learned a lot of stuff from there. I've watched a ton of Tango's stuff. Who else? Oh, Snickers. Yeah, 2,500 hours and haven't finished the game. I haven't finished this playthrough because I didn't want to. I don't want, I tried to keep all the factions, you know. I don't like that placement. Relatively friendly. And, Brotherhood went hostile on me. I haven't watched Sardeliac, and I feel like that I really should. We're gonna play 76 again. I know he does a lot of that. Like Lindsay and I are gonna play 76 and do some camp builds. So I think that I definitely will get into his streams at that point. Yeah, but I definitely feel that I should be seeing some of his stuff. I know he informed a lot of the people that I have taken cues from, like Easy and Shek. Oh, that's right. That's another two that I've watched a lot of. Easy and Shek, of course, and Phoenix too. I've watched a lot of her stuff. I like the way she combines just about everything, and so I take a cue from that. If it can be combined, she's probably done it. All right, we got some. Yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but those were all important that I named. Um, okay, so what else do we want here? I feel like we need something. A jug? I do have those orange jugs from the observatory. Maybe we can make another set piece here with the something from the Nuka pack. They're large though, so we aren't getting the Nuka Zapper. The only thing, maybe an arcade game, but those are also large. But maybe something in the corner here as we walk by. We can play around with it. Oh, Jug. Yeah, I've watched Jug. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks, Snicker. Thanks, Duchess. The throw nuts, you mean? Surely you mean throw nuts. I will check that out, Tango. Alright, let's... I keep trying to move that and it's wire glitched and I cannot. Yeah, I saw the mecha. Resident Evil style laser corridor. Alright. I gotta see that. I don't need this down here. Why is it here? Alright, how can we jazz this up? don't feel like. Yeah, I'll definitely check those out, Tango. Anybody else seen some builds they really like lately? I just saw one by a newer builder. I wish I could remember the name. That I thought was really good. It was at Jamaica Plains, but the camera work was just really kind of bad. But the build was really good. A lattice is a cool idea, Barb. Oh, I know our marks, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we chat in Reddit all the time. He's an OG. We've been around since the beginning. Or my beginning, rather. Ghost Design. Wow, I'll have to check all this out. Ghost Design and Jug and Faults 440. I'll have to go back over the chat. Let's see, we're about... How far are we in? This doesn't actually tell me. I don't even know what time it is. 10:05. So we're about an hour and a half in. I don't do a ton of snapping. I want to jazz this up. How can we do it? Something above it. Like string lights on poles. I don't know. Those are a little bit too big. All right. Wasteland Panda is great. I really enjoy those. Have you guys heard of Tango and Caps? Well, he does this thing where he does 15-minute builds. There are some imitators, but nothing's as good as the original. Let's see here. Hey, dwarf, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Don't let that power go to your head. Let's just play around with this. Actually, oh well. I'm gonna have to group select it anyway. Rango and Taps. You guys like Rango? Good stuff. Now let's see if I can pull this off. Assless chaps. Yes, I do believe we have a winner. Should that should that be the name of the clothing store? Assless chaps. All right, I'm gonna. I can't take it. That's a good one. Any of you guys remember old Rusty? That guy could build. Seems like so long ago. It probably wasn't that long ago, but His stuff is great. Oh, Chad is awesome, Lancer. I definitely second that. He's really, 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 really good. He uses the what's the program that the devs use to make the game? It's just I'm forgetting the name of it. The creation kit. He uses that to do lighting and manipulate lighting. It's really awesome stuff. All right, I need to get that up pretty high. I also like Shmungus a lot. That guy does some great builds. Just some stunning stuff, really. Yeah, the creation kit Lancer, that's what I was trying to think of. I'm probably forgetting some like really great builders, and I'll kick myself later. I know I am. All right. Oh yeah, Orange Squeezy. Absolutely, he's great. A legend, really. Jet Jaguar is awesome. Yeah, I dig his stuff. He did a Somerville build, and it's really, really good. Vault Dweller does some of my favorite builds. I gotta mention Vault Dweller. His Ghoul Rehabilitation Center is one of my all-time favorite builds. It is just awesome. And he did a Squid Game. He actually built Squid Game. If you've seen the show, uh, it was awesome. He recently did a New Vegas kind of a recreation, also. I want to put something there on the end, kind of cover that up. Well, crap. What do I want? Maybe. Nah. Could have done a laser wire across the top of there. That might have been cool. I'll save that idea. There's no quiz. I hope not. I liked Squeezy's Sanctuary. And of course everybody's probably seen his Hangman's Alley. Who else have I have a whole list of like favorite builds. I have a playlist that I keep. Yeah, this account here started out as a private account, and then it got took over by Fallout, so I just I didn't ever think that I would get past, you know, a couple of... I posted like an old Egret Tours Marina bar that I made, and then I was like gonna call it a day, and then I did a couple other basic things, and people seemed to like them, so I kept doing them. And so it took over my personal account, so it's not my personal account anymore. It has been taken over. I'll just make another one. For my personal account. Alright, this is kind of ridiculous. Let's see if we can get it in place. Oh, where am I going? Only I would know. And then only sometimes. Alright. It's not gonna let me. Well, oh well. Smaller rug. Which means I would have to relocate everything. Maybe I can rug it on a rug and see what that does. Yeah, arcade cabinets and neon flats, that does sound pretty cool. Alright. Alright, I don't know if I have enough room. Get rid of this. I don't want to group select all of that. So let's move this. Over a little. I know I have to group select it, so it might not work. Real life Fallout kitchen? No, I haven't seen that. Damn. Yeah, I didn't think it would work. Ah. It got destroyed. Let's just see. No, looks like that's not really gonna work. Win some, you lose some. I would have to relocate it to the whole thing to a different rug. Yeah. That's interesting. I might be able to use the ashtray. Alright, we might be able to get this here if we hit it just right. No. Those pipes are unfriendly. It might be alright. It'll be a little bit cramped though. I don't know. We'll see how it grows on us. Thank you, Duchess. Whoa. Alright. We did a lot in here. Definitely want some more hustle and bustle down there in that lower level. More light, definitely. Thanks, Awesome. All right. Definitely a little dark in here. I'll have to think about what to do with this. I do want this to be a security corridor, I think. This stuff looks pretty good through here. I wonder if we could... Hey, Squeezy, what's up? What is our plans for it? Well, we've done a whole bunch. Let's do a quick review. So the first thing that was built was this security area.
You should know, people have been complaining a bit about the bed situation.
And we have like a little office up here. And this administrative area. And then we built this today, clothing store. We're just getting started on it. We had this kiosk right here for the through traffic, and down here we have drugs and alcohol at Moat Life. So we have this guy here who lives down here. We have toilet shelves. And we have the restaurant. So a lot of a living area back there. Oh, got stuck. And then we have this residential working area. Just a couple of some residential spaces. Maybe a lounge area. Another living space. And so that is, it's as if the theme really is as if a bunch of scroungy wastelanders ran across the empty vault and just kind of moved in. Haha, Lancer, yeah, we are gonna fill the shelves. That'll be a thing. And Squeezy, thanks. Yeah, we're going for a little bit more. I don't know, rustic. But I think we want to turn this into a security corridor. Maybe you have to check in here or something. I'm not going to do a whole lot to the overseer's office. Maybe add some lighting and some more shelves. I don't know. But I like a lot of this. It looks really good. I don't want to delete any of that. Thanks, Awesome. Yeah, so yeah, that's walled off. Makes it easier to get around in here. It's not as much of a maze. So yeah, and then I want to do something with down here. Liven it up, make it like an actual workplace. Maybe get some lights in these computers to light them up. Maybe glitch the hair salon piece or whatever into the wall so we can get some people standing around. And then out here, we haven't even gotten out here yet, so there's all of this. With the main room, you mean this area here? No, nothing at all. Just use it as a build area. But I think I really want to just keep all of this and build around it. On it, under it, around it. But I haven't really touched any of it.
People are having to sleep in shifts. It's making everyone a bit cranky.
I cleared all the monsters out. But yeah, there's nothing really. There's a water farm down at the pool that I made a long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah, the water tower is awesome. We may be able to make I don't know, maybe a store out of it. Oh, cool, battery. Build around this. Make it maybe an interior. I don't know. It's awesome though. Lots to explore. I know the trains are difficult to work with, but we'll figure it out. I saw someone putting some floors in them so they could be used. I can't remember who. Maybe it was Octum? I don't remember.
Need more beds down here.
Yeah, on my last playthrough I did do the vault build. I actually made a vault, but I only like to use the vault pieces for things other than vaults. So yeah, we're about ready to start working out here. I'm gonna keep these pieces. There's nothing really, no reason to keep these. This is yellow for some reason. Oh, Snickers, you did that. Yeah. I saw that video then, putting the floors in there to make them usable. It was just a real tight fit, but I'm going to try and do that. Yeah, lots of cool boxes laying around. Yep. Gonna be fun. We're not too far from coming out here, really. We'll come up with some ways. I wonder if the Schiller drop will work in here. I haven't tried them. I haven't been in here since I learned that technique. We might be able to Schiller drop some stuff. In this trailer, lots of awesome stuff in here. So yeah, it'll be very cool. Yeah, I think the first thing I want to do,
A few more beds would lift everyone.
I have this idea. I want to build a whole store out of signs and posts, as if they just went around and gathered signs and riveted them together. So that's what I want to do out here. That was one idea I had. Medieval cryopods. Alright, so yeah, build a store or something. Oh, neat. There's just like a leaning piece back there. That's cool. That's got to stay. So we can make something out of this. And we don't really even need that. Just clean it up a little bit. All right. So we can even put something on top of there. So yeah, maybe we'll build a sign store here and make a bunch of walls out of signs. That's the first thing I think I'll do. I only have the vaguest notion of what I want to do. But we haven't finished our clothing store either. Did we settle on a name? This is uneven terrain though, so that could be awkward. Huh. the slate is so big, but I definitely feel they would start here and then spread outwards for the most part. So I think, well, yeah, we can name the stores. Assless chaps. Sign of the times. All right, so I definitely definitely want to make this a security corridor, but like a crappy looking one. So like behind some scrappy walls. Kind of like they tried to disguise them but didn't really do all that great of a job. Hey Keith, have a great night. Let's just see if we can turn this into a security corridor. First, just get some of this in place. Maybe we can... Wow. These things are huge when you see them in, like, different contexts, don't they? Huh. I don't know, we'll put that there for now. Alright, so what if we... made this kind of walled off with like wire fencing for the openings. I'm running out of room. Gonna have to start walking. Oh no, she's gonna walk around if I put that there, so let's just keep it away. I'm running out of room. Yeah, Lancer, you're right. It took up too much space. It sucked. So we can get a little bit of this stuff showing through. I think that would be fine. We line this corridor with junk walls. See how it looks. Now let's get her out of here. Go back. Go back. It's getting worse. She's just gonna live there. Whatever, I'll wall her up. Cask of Amontillado, right? Amontillado. Alright. This is the Xbox Series X. Get a little bit farther out. They're just gonna get in my way. I might have to put them back in the stocks until I need them. Yeah, Barstow she's part of the crew. Well, I always make my charisma high. So you can talk people into stuff. All right. I'm liking it. It's working for me. Oh, I can't believe yeah, doing it on the Xbox One would be tougher. The Series X is quite good. I mean, we run Lindsay and I run 3 machines in here. I do my builds on the X. Lindsay plays on a PS5, and we also have a PC right here in the middle that happens to be running OBS right now. For the stream. So technically we can run 3 Fallouts at the same time. We're doing a series of modded builds. Actually, we finished our Sanctuary, and that'll be out here probably. Covenant's going to be up Sunday, so probably, you know, a week after that we'll have our Sanctuary modded build up. And it has a whole lore theme to it. A lot of running around at the vault, though, I'll tell you that. I've been building set pieces and then running them back up. Yeah, I definitely don't hate it if some of those pipes show through. That looks pretty good. We can even do one of these or something. Oh, let's do a, I know what I wanted. More of this. The one with the blue supports. Well, that's a little bulky, but let's just do this one. Lots of good comments here. Yeah, I am close to 1,000. Don't know where I'll go from there. Lindsay's like, then you'll be trying for 2,000. And then thanks, Awesome. Yeah, we have a nice little partial sanctuary build. We didn't build the whole thing, just about a third of it. But yeah, it has some lore attached to it. And then we're almost done with a red rocket build that goes right along with it as part of the story. And then from there, we're going to go to the Nuka World red rocket, or Nuka World junkyard, sorry, and build the next part of the story there. So there's a plan. And then what do we got? Nick Valentine, yeah. Did a fitness instructor design this wall? Nick's cool. I'm always like pro railroad, so I always try to do Nick right. We could do bricks. That's kind of silly though. How about this? Deacon's awesome. He cracks me up. You can see him everywhere when when he's not your companion. I may need to conduit that bad boy, or use the small pillar. Do I have that down here? Yeah, Squeezy, I agree. I really dig the multiple textures here. We did, I'll show you something else I tried to do. Let's do, let's put that there. So, especially down here, tried to preserve some of like this kind of stuff. Poking through. Using the existing stuff. These pipes here look awesome already.
Yeah.
Try to keep a lot of this stuff, it just you don't have to build because there's so many like awesome textures. I don't even mind that. Yeah, there's clipping, but whatever. I've built shelves in my houses where I actually cut holes in them to make them fit places, so we'll just say that's what happened. We got some, you know, stuff like that going on here. Building around this was fun. It has some weird texture. And this turned out cool because I like the vault welcome on the wall. So yeah, anytime you can preserve some texture or work it in, yeah, I totally agree. You gotta do it. So now we need one little area here. Let's, actually I kind of like it with the hole in it. Yeah, I do. That's staying like that. Get a peek behind the wall. Oh yeah, Squeezy, definitely put some lighting in there. Yeah, seeing Duncan change his outfits, it's a lot of fun. He'll be bald sometimes. Yeah, we definitely want to work on the lighting in here. And actually, it already changed the whole character of the thing. I want to do some... I don't know. I thought maybe some mesh or something, but... I mean, I don't know if it's necessary. Oh, I know what might be cool. This is my favorite. This is my favorite Creation Club kit. But it has these. I love these. So we can use these for something. We can stack these. Let's try to make a corner. Let's try to make a corner out of these. All right. Let's see if we can do it. Hey, Samantha, take it easy. Yeah, the settlement ambush kit. I love it. It's got great, the walls are awesome. I love the like the security camera thing that you can hook up to cameras. It's so cool. And the snappable junk fences are neat. Although I don't really snap much of anything, I still think it's cool. Yeah, I love these. And these will like snap on top of the junk walls. Like you can make the junk wall and then snap like these barbed wire pieces up there. It's awesome. I totally... Oh yeah, and also the security fencing. I love these. They look awesome. So yeah, I love the settlement ambush kit. Just don't use the shooting range. It makes all of your settlers naked. Yeah, and this watchtower is awesome. Security cameras. I totally recommend it. If you're gonna buy Creation Club, this is one that I go back to again and again. And the sandbags. I lost my bearing. I have like unlimited ammo right now. I don't have to worry about that anymore. the way that I do this game is I set up water farms, and then I go and make a giant arc around the Commonwealth, Nuka World, and Far Harbor, and I wipe out settler inventories with purified waters. And so I have just unlimited of everything, including caps. So I'll show you. Squeezy, yeah, I've done it lots of times. I have it in the castle and Somerville. Yeah, I sync those fans all the time, and Grey Garden as well. Just so the fan is sticking up, it looks great. All right, so yeah, so I mean, I don't really what I really need is more food. I need to set up some manufacturing. I don't have enough food. But I have like 15,000 purified waters and, you know, over a million, well over a million cabs, probably. So that's from all the purified waters. All right, so let's try to make the other corner here. So yeah, everything about the ambush kit I think is awesome. Even naked settlers if you're into that. I'm not judging. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm very much if you're not hurting anybody else, then you do you. Go for it. Squeezy. You mean the titles of my videos? Yeah, that's just definitely a personality kind of thing. I'm a relentless cataloger, and all that crap is really just for me, so I'll take that. I'll take that criticism. I can't get out of my own way sometimes. I might have to... Yeah. You know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow now? Lindsay will be like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm renaming all my videos. And she'll be like, yeah, of course you are. You mean all the crap I have in the parentheses and all that? All right, let's talk about the titles. I want to make them better. So I definitely need the name of the stream, and I definitely like to include the name of the settlement that the stream is at. But I guess I could get rid of all the other crap. It's supposed to say no mods. If that is the case, then I messed up. Oh, that is a typo. Oh no. Oh no, and I've been copying and pasting them. These are no mods builds. Oh god, I really appreciate you saying something. I'd have never known. I'd have never known. Hold on a second. These are all no mods, so I'll fix that tonight because I can't have that. The 9 just meant that is the 9th time that I was at this settlement. So if somebody wanted to see the previous 8, they could find them. So if that's not clear, then this is the 23rd live stream, but the 9th time I was at the vault. Does that make sense? But I'm gathering that it didn't. So I'm happy to work on that stuff. All right, we're into some tight spaces here. Hey Tish Kitty, gosh dang, I'm so embarrassed actually that it says mods. Yeah, Tango, you're right, I can move it. But at some point when I was copying and pasting titles, the no got left off. And then I just kept, you know, reusing the same title. I'm actually pretty embarrassed about that. But I'm glad you said something. I appreciate it. I sure do. These yeah, awesome. I could definitely streamline that. Lancer, that's an idea too. Yeah, I like it when people help me do better. All right, these are not working the way I wanted. Maybe I'll use the taller Schiller. Yeah, awesome. That makes sense. I'll definitely take a look at that tonight. I'll have them all fixed before I even get to bed. All right. I might have to try something else with these barbed wires too. I really wanted to use them, but you don't always get your way with Fallout, do you? Yeah, the first thing I want to do is fix all the titles. I can't have that go on any longer. with the no mods. I can't have that go on a second longer. I'm sitting here obsessing over it. I might need to get a longer... I maybe these just won't go into the wall. I'll try one more time with conduit. The old-fashioned way. Since you can't sink anything into those vaults. Squeezy, done. Done and done. And how to ruin my sleep schedule, that's going in there. I mean, it would be a fair description, would it not? Yeah, that's fair about the Vault 88. I can get behind that. Yep, all excellent points. They will be done. Yeah, they're not going to let me use these. And by they, I mean Bethesda. You know, a lot of times I almost always win. I almost always win. But I don't think these are going in. The best I can do is maybe just do them across the front there. Yeah, I actually can't wait to fix them now. Alright, let's get rid of these side ones. Yeah, I could have tried removing the turrets. But I think I'm gonna try it this way. Do I care if I get clipping? Do I care? Do I care? Yeah. I think I will worry about that later. That's kind of the effect I was going for. I think I'll do what Tango said and just move the stuff in the brackets to the descriptions. Hell, maybe that's why my long form videos don't really get any plays. Too many words. Yeah, I like texture overloading. I'm a big fan. It's a staple. All right. Yeah, I'll just have to do it like this. And who knows, I may kind of redo this. Or raise them up so that there isn't clipping. I'll probably do that. I'll experiment with the other four corners and try to get a better... I don't know. The clipping is kind of goofy. But yeah, that is a good look. I like the look. I wish that I could sink the turrets down a little bit, but... Alright. We're probably not too far from wrapping it up. Well, that's fair. But on the other hand, I'm the kind of person that would want to do that. Night, Duchess. I think I might still just label them, but not make it so obvious. So the people that want to know the series can make use of the series. Well, that's terrible. Yeah, we'll finish a couple of these and then call it a night. Finish this up. You guys know I need to go so I can fix my titles. Uh, well, the capture card went pretty well. It was much better than using Twitch and Streamlabs console. That wasn't really very good. Well, it was fine sometimes, but also with this I can stream in much higher resolution. I can make clips with much higher resolution. See, this is what I mean, like leaving the gap there. I'm gonna have to play with this. I might redo some of these, but that is kind of the idea that I'm going for. What do you mean use the studio to filter the titles? All right, so we're having this set up. We've got some clipping. Maybe I can fix that. We've got the security corridor working pretty well for us here. I like being able to see through to the Vault Tech stuff. That turned out pretty well. And we did... Oh, we didn't name our clothing store, but we'll name them next time. We got a couple of good names. I think Sign of the Times is kind of cool. And if we're really going to call it Assless Chaps, do you plan on implementing... Oh, you mean all the way down here? It sure would be cool. It also would eat up a lot of resource bar. But I had thought in my head of covering all of the walls with something, or at least a lot of it. Because if I can get away with it, I think it would look awesome. To cover up all of these walls with just texture. We did these walls are weird because things have to be glitched into them. They have like a weird force field. So... But we did our best up here with our living areas. Yeah, we did that. We did the kiosk, we did the security corridor. So yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do layer textures with the paintings and stuff too. But I think this is a good place to stop. I do want to thank you all for hanging out. I love it. I have a great time every time. And Squeezy, also, thanks for pointing out my titles. Gosh, who knows how long I would have gone with that mess. And with the incorrect information. So I appreciate that. Thank you all. You have a great Friday night, and I'll see you on the next one. Later, all.